In a culture that is consistently flowing with new music, new sounds, and new artists, it is often refreshing to look back on some of the most influential artists of their time period. Some music has stayed a classic and a standard throughout a musician's career and even on until they've passed. Voices like Frank Sinatra and Doris Day still live on today in memory of the talents these musicians once possessed. Their musicality took both of them to new heights, not only in the realm of music but also in film as well. Both musicians found stardom and a legacy of fame. Their music not only influenced their time period, but many rising artists look to Frank Sinatra and Doris Day today as models for their future career. These musicians are most commonly related to their accomplishments in the realm of big band music. Frank Sinatra, for instance, was not just a one-hit wonder. Through analysis of My Way, one of Sinatra's most popular songs, one can see Sinatra's life and walk of fame through his eyes, and his big band sound that appealed to the audience of his day. His musicality was impeccable, and his big band sound was one of a kind. Doris Day also produced many popular songs, her most popular being Whatever Will Be, Que Sera Sera. Day had an extremely successful and had many smash hits, just like Sinatra. From the start of his life, Frank Sinatra was an independent fighter who did it his way. Sinatra was known as headstrong, and in his senior year of high school, he dropped out because he felt that there were bigger and better things awaiting him. Sinatra met his first wife, and he later took her to see his most beloved role model, Bing Crosby. According to Nancy Sinatra, Sinatra's daughter, Sinatra said, "After seeing him that night, I knew I had to be a singer." From then on, Sinatra tried to make it big. He started his career with buddies of his, and they went on to be known as the Hoboken Four. Nancy said that Sinatra went on to record his first hit song, All or Nothing at All, in 1939. But it wasn't till the 1940s that Sinatra's career really soared. Sinatra's swooning voice catapulted his career through the era that he came from. Big band. Music became renowned, and Sinatra began touring and playing with one of the most popular bands of the big band era, the Dorsey Band. The Dorsey Band and Sinatra went on to play at the big band venue, the most popular big band venue, the New York's Paramount Theater. With the help from the popularity of the big band music, Sinatra became known as the Voice, and his fame had only scratched the surface. Nancy Sinatra goes on to say that it was here that Sinatra expanded into film and television. He went on to construct several big motion pictures, such as Anchors Aweigh with Gene Kelly, Guys and Dolls, From Here to Eternity, which he won an Oscar for, and Pal Joey, where he won a Golden Globe. Through film, Sinatra's popularity gained tremendous leeway, opening up the door for many things. In a span of 50 years, Sinatra went on to record more than 1,400 recordings. One of those songs recorded was Sinatra's song My Way, which talks about his entire career, his success, and his failures. This song has a very interesting backstory. It is actually written by a French singer-songwriter named Paul Anka, who turned it into song for Sinatra to sing. Dominique Utton says that Anka said this about Sinatra. He says, "I'm quitting the business. I'm sick of it. I'm getting the hell out." He says to me, "You have to write me something. You've promised for years to write me something." And I remembered this melody and was very motivated with him telling me he was retiring. So I went home, sat at my typewriter, and started to write the song as if Sinatra were singing it. Sinatra actually hated the song, and his daughter Tina said that he always thought the song was self-serving and self-indulgent. He didn't like it. The song stuck and he couldn't get it off his shoe. The song inspired many people and gave them a feeling of confidence. Described in the song meaning, the song starts with a rising sixth progression which indicates striving. It builds in intensity and powers to a big finish, which Sinatra could really sell with his declaration, "I did it my way." Even though he didn't like the song, Sinatra couldn't get away from the popularity that the song gained. People believe that it really was the story of his life, and we are all thankful that he did it his way. Sinatra wasn't the only one that found fame in the music and film industry, though. Doris Day was also widely popular due to her beautiful voice and looks. She could sing, dance, and act with ease. Day started her career wanting to be a dancer until she was stuck in a car by a train that crushed her leg and ended her dreams of one day dancing professionally. From this heartbreaking experience, though, she was able to find a love for singing while recovering. It was then that Doris Day became a dynamite woman in the industry. Day went on to be a phenomenal singer and even started with radio work, Alan Pollock says, with Frank Sinatra. Doris Day went on to perform with a big band headed by Les Brown. Les Brown said this about Day: she was every band leader's dream, a vocalist who had natural talent, a keen regard for the lyrics, and an attractive appearance. Doris Day went on to record 39 films in her career. Some of her classics include Pillow Talk, Calamity Jane, Annie Get Your Gun, Glass Bottom Boat, and Love Me or Leave Me. Pollock said that she worked with Warner Brothers Studios a lot, and she also recorded over 36 albums in her career as well. One of those hits being her single Whatever Will Be, Que Sera, Sera. It is later known that, like Sinatra, Doris Day disliked her most popular song, but it later won an Oscar and added to Doris Day's many achievements and awards she won in her career. Doris Day said this about her own life: "It was a great trip. I've had an amazing life and wonderful times, and I'm happy. Thanks to the voices and talents of Frank Sinatra and Doris Day, we now can look back at the classics and be reminded of their talents and accomplishments in the industry. They were award-winning, multi-talented people that left a legacy. They created sparks with their voices and talents that continue to live on." In the words of Frank Sinatra himself about his talent and career, "People often remark that I'm pretty lucky. Luck is only important insofar as getting the chance to sell yourself at the right moment. After that, you've got to have talent and know how to use it."